to a beautiful night here in the Al-Jalali Grand Prix where we are joined by our four drivers, Joshua Williams, his teammate Nizam Fahum, Doppelganger, and Matrix Shub. It's going to be the first qualifying session. Q1 will start soon, but as of now, all the drivers are practicing. In the last race, we did see a bit of a rivalry, but Doppelganger finished P3, a bit of a sad, disappointing race there. But Q1 will start as soon as all the drivers are in the pits. Everybody, please go into the pits. Doppelganger is in. Nizam Falm shall be in soon. Yep, all the drivers in Al Jalali, a very beautiful track based off Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. And there it is, already racing before going to the pits. Q1 will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Q1 has started, 13 minutes on the clock. Let's see who's first out. And it's Matrix Shoop cutting the gun and being able to get ahead of Doppelganger into Q1. He's the first one out. Let's see this. Now, with the new vibrant visuals, the night has not become too vibrant, so that's a bit of a sad thing. But as we continue on, Matrix Troop is still in on his outlap here, doing a bit of spins to warm up his boat on such a cold night like today. It is going to be his flying lap now. There it is, Matrix Troop starting his flying lap into turn 1, a bit of a hit. This is gonna start his 1 minute 30. And there it is into Muhana, the left long left-hander there, which does take a few seconds to go through. Let's see this. It is going to be a bit less of an action as of now, as all the drivers are just awaiting Matrix Shoop. First lap for Matrix Shoop, getting a time of 26:07. I'm pretty sure you can get to sub 23 on this track. I'm pretty sure. But here we are. Matrix Troop trying his second luck on his second try in this first session here. Going down the turns a bit more cleaner this time. Ooh, very clean into Tarahe there. I'll say that for a fact. Him going down the last turn and finishing for a time of 25:44. A very fast lap for that time. Keeping it clean. He still has... This might be his last lap. But we'll see. It will be very close here because he's on 1 minute 5. As he goes down the turns here, will he keep it cleaner? Oh, clean, very clean. I like that. Into Tarahe. As you can see, he just skimmed the wall. And he got a time of 25:05 for that third round. Somebody kill those animals on the track, please. Thank you. This will be his last try. His last, lap here in his first session. I'm pretty sure I'm probably very, very confident to say he's probably mastered that Tarahe turn. And there it is, 23:49 for Matrix Shub on the cusp of beating sub 23 on that last lap. So his fastest lap, beating 23:49 for Matrix Shub. Let's see what the other drivers can do, as it will be very close for him here. No drivers are allowed out yet until he goes into the pits, and there he is. He's into the pits. Doppelganger now allowed out. He is now allowed out. He's being a bit more careful here because of his LeBron James scandal, where he got 1 second penalty for leaving the pits a bit too early. Just pulling that out. Now, Al-Jalali has had some scandals over the years, specifically Potato Snack cheating, winning the season 2 race 3 race. But here it is, Doppelganger starting his lap here. Now he's got not quite a he doesn't have such a big history with Al-Jalali. He's actually one of the racers who's least raced here compared to Matrix Shub and Joshua Williams, who's raced here almost every season. Of course, Joshua missing season 2, but Doppelganger has only raced here a few seasons. I think this is his 4th outing or so. But here it is, crossing the line for the first flying lap to be 28:53. That was a flying lap, by the way, to beat. As he will probably focus now. He's a bit slower this time. Not compared, a bit shaky into the left-hander of Mohana. So far, he's probably trying to test out the limits of the tracks. You can see he's not pushing as hard, but let's see what he can finish off with this lap 24:65. Very good second lap from him. Not being able to beat Matrix Tube though, but it is a very close contender there. He's only around a second away from Matrix Tube. A bit stuck into Mohana there. I don't know why, but he does not seem to be pushing in this track. Compared to Matrix Tube was a bit of a hit. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna let this lap go. It's not gonna be as fast as the he peels into the pits and making his time be 24:65. Let's see who's next out for Doppelganger.
Nizam.
Nizam?
Oh, okay.
Nizam now out. This is his first qualifying session in season 8. He hasn't raced in a while, but let's see what he can do. He actually had a pretty good season in season 2, which I would say was his prime, winning 2 races during that. Rui Ganlan and was it
Okinara.
Okinara, with a dominating win in Okinara, actually fighting with Matrix Tube. But let's see what he can do in this track. Now he starts his flying lap. I think out of that out lap, his last corner was very, very nice. Let's see what he can do though. Keeping it very quick into Mohana here. He's probably one of the most experienced drivers if you talk about him being a bit of a hit there. Being one of the oldest drivers actually, starting very early on in season 1. So he is actually out of our group here. He is one of the most experienced other than Doppelganger. A time of 26:78. I think Nizam Fahim could do a lot better if he didn't hit any walls. I think he can actually cut it down pretty close. But as you know, Al-Jalali is not really a bit of a swing there. Al-Jalali is quite a difficult track when it comes to not hitting walls, with how tight the track is. It's only around 10 blocks wide, not 10 blocks, um, around 12, 13 maybe blocks wide. But here it is, Nizam Ham trying his luck on his third round here. Hopefully he goes better. Recorrecting himself from hitting the wall this time. That swiggle might have messed him up. I think what he has to do is just keep it straight in that area and try not to swiggle around there. But he seems to be on the faster lap here. Had he passed that corner a bit better, he would have gotten a better time. 7/10 slower than the last lap. He's gotten 28:77 now. His fastest lap still being 26:78, which is very, very close. Let's see what he can do here. Yeah, he's keeping it clean this time. Let's see this. Very big hit into Tarahe, but this will be his last lap. Into the last corner. Let's see if he can do anything with this. It's a time of 25:05. Very strong lap from him, but not being able to beat Doppelganger around 50, 5/10 away from Doppelganger's time. So 25:05 for Nizam Fahim. I just think he needs to get a bit of grasps. He has to grasp the track a bit better, and I think he can beat that 24 marker time. There's 5 minutes on the clock. We have to wait. Yeah, Nizam Fahim's in the pits. Joshua Williams is allowed out. Now we all know Joshua is a fast driver, although he did set some disappointing lap times in the last race. Let's see what he can do in Al-Jalali. He says he doesn't particularly like Al-Jalali actually, with how tight the track is, although it is heavily speed related. But let's see what he can do, starting his flying lap here. Let's see, a bit of a wiggle in that first 2 chicanes into Mohana. Very, very quick, keeping it tight. Let's see what he can do here. Just barely misses those inner walls. A bit of a hit into Tarahe, almost identical to how Nizam Fahim did it on his last few laps. A time of 22:44, already getting pole position away from Matrix Tube. So that's already a strong lap from him, keeping it really clean here. Let's just study how he goes into this. He's not scared. He keeps it going straight into Tarahi. He tries to keep it more cleanly. Into this last corner, he was a bit more bumpy into that last corner. No, he peels into the pits with a time of 22:44 for Joshua Williams. Matrix should back out. Joshua allowing his other opponents to try their luck now. Matrix Shub has to shave the time down by around a second and 5/100 to beat or even get on par with Joshua Williams. But let's see what he can do. He's probably out of all of them, out of all the three, the closest to beating Joshua Williams here, as he is in that second place position. Let's see what he can do though. It is going to be, was it again, because of the amount of people, we'll actually have three people in Q2, which will be very interesting, as one person will be pushed off, which at the moment is Nizam, but I'm pretty sure Nizam can beat it as well. Joshua, is it Matrix Shoe getting a time of 26:43? Around 4/10ths away from Joshua's time. He just has to keep his lap a bit more cleaner and a bit
Four
more
tenths or four
quicker.
seconds?
Huh?
4/10 or 4 seconds?
4:10. No, 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Yeah, 4 seconds. Josh got
Okay.
a 22. You got 26. Second lap round, Matrix Shoop improving 25:04, almost reminiscent of Nizam's lap. But let's see what he can do. I do see him a bit swiggling. Compared to Joshua Williams, he does seem a bit swiggling around the track here, trying to keep it a bit more cleaner. I don't know how this will go, but I'm pretty sure he will have one more lap after this. A time of 25:35 on the second time, 3/10ths slower than his 25:05. He seems to not be able to shave too much down, but let's see this going to for that being his last lap. That's a bit sad, not being able to beat his fastest lap. I'm pretty sure he's gonna still try it. Yep, 25:12. Had he not done that spin, I think he could have beat 24 seconds. But that's not, he couldn't beat his fastest lap. So the next person out must get ready, because we are shaving it down to 2 minutes left. Who's up next? It's going to be Doppelganger. I think, yeah. If Doppelganger, I don't know actually, because it is going to be really close here. Doppelganger might be the last one out. Doppelganger can go out now. He can go out now. Nizam Fahom really wanting to go out of the pits here. He's under trouble right now. He's literally on was it on the lip of getting kicked out. So let's see if Doppelganger, if he goes and overtakes Matrix Shub, he might go into the pits early and allow Nizam Fahom to try his luck on getting into P3. Because if you think about it, that's probably the smartest decision for Doppelganger if his idea or if his main objective is to get Matrix Shub to get pushed down. So all he needs to do is beat Matrix Shub's time, go into the pits early, and allow Nizam Fahom to try his luck. But it's Doppelganger rounding the turns here, going for a time of 24:25, not being able to beat Matrix Shub's time yet. Although he doesn't, I'm pretty sure he doesn't really need to, as there's only 40 seconds on the clock. So I'm pretty sure Nizam Fahom is ultimately out of Q2, as Doppelganger rounds the last corners here, going down the turns. He's going for it, getting a time of 24:01. Still not being able to beat Matrix Shub. He's around 52 milliseconds away from Matrix Shub's time. It is 9 seconds on the clock. This will be the last lap of Q1. Let's see what Doppelganger can do. Is he still going to try for that P2, even though he still has Q2 up next? And it's a time of 23:98 for Doppelganger. Closer to Matrix Shub, but not beating him. But that's Q1 over. Nizam Fahom pushed out of Q1. And Matrix Shub, Doppelganger, and Joshua Williams into Q2. Q2 will start soon with 7 minutes on the clock. So fastest lap so far of Q1 was 22:44 from Joshua Williams. Q2 starts in 3, 2, 1, go. And it starts off Matrix Shub now allowed to go out. Joshua Williams second one in line to do his lap. Let's see what Matrix Shub can do. He did seem like he was able to beat Joshua's fastest lap, but he just has to keep it a bit more cleaner and a bit more stable around his laps here. He does seem to be swiveling a lot, especially in that first sector into Mohana. There he goes, about to start his flying lap around this track. Let's see what he can do. A bit of a knock into that first chicane all the drivers still a bit rusty after not being able to race for so long. Into Mohana, a bit more cleaner. Let's see what he can do. Swivel, swivel, past the chicanes. Into Tarahe, he might have a good chance here. Into the last turn, will he be able to get a good lap here? 24.40 for Matrix Shub and a bit of a knock into that last into turn one actually, as we are just seeing him go down. Let's see what he can do. He still seems to not be able to cut the time by much. Ooh, amazing entry into Tarahe. As we just see him go down the turns here, will he be able to beat his previous lap? No, 25.86. His fastest lap in Q2 still being 24.40. He needs to get a good time here. He has Joshua Williams up next, right behind him. So that means he has to take as wide into Tarahe, but let's see if that might do the trick. He's cut down the time a bit and getting a time of 24.23. Fastest lap of Q2 so far. He's cut down his previous lap by 17 milliseconds. Oh, a bit better into Mohana there. Oh, a bit of a hit into the chicane there. And there it is. I'm pretty sure this will be his last lap if he wants to complete it. Or he can just peel into the pits. Yeah, he's peeled into the pits with his time being 24.23. Not being able to beat his Q1 time. But this is Q2's fastest lap. Joshua is allowing Doppelganger to go ahead. I do not know why. Maybe he wants Doppelganger to be in P2 instead of Matrix Cube. Let's see how this goes. Now, I did get a bit of knowledge from Joshua after talking to him. We were rewatching the LeBron James qualifying, and he actually told me that when Doppelganger got a fast lap, he actually allowed, was it, Matrix Cube ahead to try and beat Doppelganger in the LeBron James race. So I'm pretty sure out of all, he's actually one of the strategic players in qualifying, trying to maximize who he wants in Q2, and because he knows he can get a fast lap, he basically is trying to dictate who he gets behind him. 25.43 for that first lap for Doppelganger. There is 3 minutes on the clock, so that means we will be able to fit Joshua Williams right after this. And it will be very close here. Doppelganger trying to beat Matrix Cube. He has to get a time of 23 seconds or so. If he wants... Oh, a bit of a bad hit into that last corner. That probably ruined him. That 26.68. A bit better into turn one this time. Let's see this. He's on a very, very smooth lap so far. Keeping it clean. Nizam's digging holes in the pond to our right. As we just see Doppelganger, ooh, bit of a shaky exit into Tarahe, but he might have a strong lap here. He's at the 20-second mark, and he gets a time of 23.38, getting pole position. Provisional pole away from Matrix Cube. Strong lap from him. This will be his last lap, however, if he wants to complete this. Matrix Cube is probably going to be a bit rushy here. A bit of a horrible turn into Tarahe. And I'm pretty sure Doppelganger might just peel into the pits there. Yes, he is peeling into the pits. 23.38 for Doppelganger. A good turnout for him. That is very, very good. That's almost reminiscent of Matrix Cube's first qualifying in Q1. Let's see where this puts them though. Joshua Williams hasn't done this, hasn't put in a time yet for Q2. Let's see what he can do. He will cross the lap for his flying lap. 2 minutes left. If he does finish all 1 minute 30, there will be 30 seconds left for Matrix Cube to try his luck on this track. That will basically mean only one lap around this track for him. Is Joshua Williams trying his best here? Will he's actually cut the time a lot here. Let's see, he gets a time of 21.61, getting provisional pole away from Doppelganger, cutting down the seconds by 2 from Doppelganger's fastest lap. Will he peel into the pits and allow Matrix Cube to try his luck on P2? I don't know. It really depends on who Joshua Williams wants in behind. Yep, he peels into the pits, allowing Matrix to pass. 21-61 for Joshua Williams, making quick work on that. 20. I'm okay. Anyways, and they're just Matrix Shoe out for his qualifying. Now he has to beat a time of 23:38 if he wants to get P2. Bit of a knock here into the last corner, but it is only the out lap as he starts the flying lap. Again, he struggles a lot with this turn 1 here. He has 45 seconds, meaning he could probably fit one more lap after this, but it is going to be close because he really is, a bit more shaky compared to the other drivers. Oof, a bit of a hit into the S's of Al-Jalali here. The only turn I feel like he's mastered is Tarahe, where he gets a clean cut into the entry. But let's see this. He ends his first lap with a time of 29:83. Ooh, really close to hitting turn 1. This will be his last lap. He's got to make this count. Oh, no, no. He's rushing. He is rushing. Ooh. This is going to be... Oh, that might have costed him that. He still has a fast lap here. I think he can... No, he can't. This will be the end of Q2. Let's see what he can do. And he gets a time of 25:79, putting him in P3. Matrix Shub not taking that first lap for granted and messing up a lot. So the grid goes P1 Joshua, P2 Doppelganger, P3 Matrix Shub, and P4 Nizam Fahel.